Hello guys, welcome to this video. Today we will be learning how to dual boot Windows 11 and Ubuntu 22.04 in VirtualBox. So first of all, you need Oracle VirtualBox installed, and here I'm checking for updates. Make sure your Oracle VirtualBox is up to date to the latest level, latest version. So here you can see my VirtualBox is up to date. So now all we need to do is first we need to create a new machine. So click on the new option, and then you need to type the name of your virtual machine. So you can name your virtual machine whatever you like. So I'll be giving this name. Also in this machine folder, you can select the machine folder of your choice. So if you do not want to your a virtual machine to be stored in some default locations or some other location, you can actually store this in a location of your choice. So I'm gonna save it in the D drive because that is gonna save some space for me. Make sure you select Windows 11 over here because we'll be booting Windows 11, and the type should be Microsoft Windows. Now you can click on next, and the memory, make sure you put this lever to the green level. So it should be approximately that. Click on create a virtual hard disk and click create. Make sure VDI, VirtualBox disk image, is selected and click next. Now you can allot the space to your virtual machine. I'll be allotting approximately 100 GB, out of which 50 GB I'll be giving to Windows and the rest 50 would be Ubuntu. So I have clicked the create virtual machine option, and now you can see a virtual machine has been created. Now you can go to settings, and now we'll change some basic settings. So go to general, advanced, and select bidirectional in both shared clipboard and drag and drop. And in the system under processors tab, you can go and max out the processors. Okay, put them up to the green level. Make sure this VBox SVGA is selected in display, and now you can go to storage and select that empty disk option over there, and under that disk you can select the Windows 11 ISO file after clicking on that. So this step is the very important because you will be inserting your ISO file. So make sure you insert your ISO file Windows 11 first. Okay, and now you can see in SATA port 0 our ISO file has been inserted. Now you can click on start. So you'll need to press any key to boot from CD or DVD. If you don't press the key, you can reboot the machine and press it. Now click on next, click on install now. And since we do not have a product key, I will click I don't have a product key, so it would install Windows without a product key. So you can select version of Windows to be installed. I'm going to go for Windows 11 Pro and click next. Now it gives me an error message. So it is that the PC cannot run Windows. So you have to simply send a power off signal over here. Mostly this would also give you an error message. So if it doesn't give you, good for you. But if it does give you, then what should happen is you can power off the machine and reboot it, and again press any key to continue, and let the menu screen come up, the loading screen. So as you can see, the loading screen has come up, and on the screen I'll press shift plus F10, and I will write regedit over here in the terminal. So in the terminal I have written regedit, and in this directory I will click on H key local machine, expand that folder, expand system, and under the setup option click on setup and click on new and click on new key. Okay, so now you have to create a new key, and make sure the name is as it is. The new key name should be lab config. Make sure to match the case over here. Now in the right menu, you will expand a D word. Okay, you will create a new D word 32-bit, and in this 32-bit D word, make sure you name it as bypass TPM check, and you can press enter. Make sure the case is same as it is as I'm writing it, otherwise your machine would not run. So this is another very important step to remove this error, and double click on it and set the value data to 1. Okay, so you'll have to double click the bypass TPM check and set the value data to 1. Now we'll create another D word, 32-bit value, and you'll have to name this bypass secure boot check. Now you see I've written it a bit wrong way. You can see now it's correct. Make sure to match the case right now, bypass secure boot check. Now you can double click it and set the value data to 1 and press enter. That's it. So if you have done this, you can simply close this registry editor or the reg edit, and you can close this terminal which we opened with shift plus F10 and click on next and click on install now. So now your installation should proceed. So here this is Windows setup opens up, and now click on I don't have a product key, and click on the version of Windows install. So I'll be going with Windows 11 Pro and click next. Now you see it gives the terms and conditions to be accepted, so you have to accept it. Now it does not give you an error. Select custom install Windows only, and now this step is another very important step to dual boot. So this drive, it shows you where to install Windows, so click on new option, and in this size menu you have to create, like I'll be creating a 50 GB drive, so I'm going by 512 megabytes and click on apply. Okay, so this will create another partition of 512 megabytes and click on apply and click on OK. So now you see our partitions have been created, and make sure you're going to install Windows in the primary partition. Okay, so there is another drive 0 unallocated space 50 GB partition where we'll be installing the Ubuntu slot. So right now select drive 0 partition 3, and here I'm speeding up through the installation. So your computer will reboot and install, and this might take a lot of time. And here we see Windows is booted. I have sped up through the installation, and now you can select your country. Click yes, and you can select the keyboard layouts of your choice. I'll be going by the defaults, so I'll be skipping everything. And you can name your device. Make sure you don't have any spaces. You can keep dashes or underscores to separate your name. Now you can click next. Now how would you like to set this device up? I'm going to set this up for personal use, so I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click next. And now you'll be required to sign into your VirtualBox. So I'm going to proceed with the sign in steps, and I've signed in. So you'll be required to enter your password and everything. You can do that. Now you'll require to create a PIN. So simply write a new PIN and confirm a new PIN. If you want to include letters and symbols, you can do that. Right now I'm not doing that. And you can click OK. Now you can choose privacy settings. Privacy settings, I'm turning off everything. I don't want to send data to Google or to Microsoft or anything. So I'm turning off tailored experiences advertising ID, since this is a VirtualBox installation and I won't be needing that anyway, and click on accept. Now these are other optional options. I'm skipping through them. If you want, you can go through these steps and you can read and explore them. To personalize your PC, right now I'm skipping everything. I'm clicking on only save your files to your PC if you, because I do not want to back up the data on my OneDrive. So here it goes. Now it says hi and getting things ready for you. Now this step, it might take a couple of minutes, and I have sped up the installation, and now you can see a Windows 11 is up and running. So this is working Windows 11. Now you'll need to dual boot. So now you can shut it down, the Windows 11, and the next step you have to do is go to settings and go to storage and go to this Windows 11 ISO file that we have clicked, the CD option. And now in the CD option, you don't need the Windows 11 file. Now we need to install Ubuntu. So install Ubuntu, click on Ubuntu. Now you see the Ubuntu ISO file has come up, the Ubuntu 22.04. So the links to install these ISO files are in my video description. So you can see in SATA port 1, the Ubuntu drive has been put up. Now you'll have to press any key for the installation, and now the grub loader has loaded up. So click on Ubuntu Safe Graphics, and now you can click on install Ubuntu. You can select the language of your choice. I'm going by English, and I'm going to click on install Ubuntu. It will take some time to load. You can select your keyboard layouts and languages. I'm going by the defaults. Make sure you select normal installation and download updates while installing Ubuntu, and click on continue. Now this step is very important. You have to install Ubuntu alongside Windows Boot Manager. Okay, do not click erase disk and install, and click install Ubuntu alongside Windows Boot Manager. Click on install now and click on continue. Now it will ask you for your country, so you can click continue. Now it will ask you some details to be filled in, your name, and you will need to choose a password, so you can fill in these details. And the options, you can toggle between login automatically and require my password to login. I'm going to require my password for login, and you can click continue. And now it is going to have an installation. It will take you a long time. I'm speeding up through everything, and it will ask you to restart the PC. So now you can restart. And now when you boot it, grub loader comes up, and now the Linux has booted, and you can enter your password. And finally these screens come up. So Ubuntu has booted up. You can skip these steps, or you can go through these steps, live patch or anything. If you want, you can read what the computer is saying and respond to that. Right now I'm skipping these steps as this is a VirtualBox installation, and you can keep on clicking next. I'm not going to send any location data, and if you want, these are some optional apps to be installed. If you want to install them, you can now click on done. So now you can see Ubuntu is up and running, Ubuntu 22.04, and it is running alongside Windows. So I'll power this virtual machine off, and then I'll show you that we are running this alongside Windows. So I'm restarting it and select Windows Boot Manager. Okay, so the grub loader comes up, and between Ubuntu and Windows Boot Manager, select Windows Boot Manager and press enter. So now you see the Windows, it takes some time to load up, and now you see Windows has loaded up. So we have actually dual booted a computer in the Ubuntu with Ubuntu alongside Windows 11 in our Oracle VM VirtualBox. Now you can see when I open this and when I click on this PC, so we've got approximately 50 GBs of drive over here. So approximately 50 GB of space has been allotted to Windows 11 because of the primary partition we have selected. Now I'll close. And then you can click on start and you can turn it off. Or you can alternatively, if you restart also, the grab loader, it should come up. Now you can press Ubuntu and press enter. In the grab loader, you have to navigate by the Windows, by the arrow keys. Now you see our Ubuntu has come up. You can enter your password, press enter. And now you can go through system stats, or you can go through these drives. Now you see a 53 GB volume is there. So basically approximately 50 GBs of data has been allotted to Ubuntu as well. So there is some shared partition about 3 GB which actually controls the vitals of the system and ensures that the system is dual booted. So you can go through these the memory occupied system manager, and you can see this file systems. Under the file systems option, you're able to see that we've got approximately 50 GBs of data allotted to Ubuntu. So that is how you dual boot to VirtualBox, and thanks for watching my video. You can like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.